All right, so let's do this then, I guess. So basically, I should address that I know R&D just released a video with these loadouts. He also released a Survivor tier list the day before I did mine as well. We have this weird, I don't know how it, anyway, we're syncing up, we've synced up our fucking brain cycle, I guess, but anyway. So I'm doing a loadout one, despite that he did one anyway, so. All right, so basically, I want to go through all 16 survivors here and explain what I think is the best loadout for each person, which I think I have a pretty good grasp on. I have 5,000 hours in this game. I think I have a decent idea what the best loadouts are. Yeah, in Eclipse 8. No, I think these loadouts are the best no matter what. I don't think these are Eclipse 8 specific. The only person I think might be a bit different in Eclipse, I mean, not Eclipse, is maybe multi-double saw, but like even then, like not really. Rex, oh yeah, sorry, Rex. Yeah, sorry, Rex, my bad. We'll talk about when we get the Rex. These are what I think are the best loadouts for each single survivor in Risk of Rain 2 in Eclipse 8. But Manda is easy. It's double tap. I just said it was easy, but I'm going to change my mind right now. I prefer Phase Blast. I think Phase Blast is better than Phase Round. I think Phase Round has a higher skill ceiling. It can proc bands on the second person that it hits, which can be useful. But given the benefits of playing a close-up Manda, which I really encourage you to do, because he has a lot of fall-off with his M1, I really like the Phase Blast. I like the shotgun, has a good proc-co, does good damage. I use it the entire run. But this, I find I don't use it the entire run. I use it like stage 1 through 4-ish, maybe 5, and it really falls off during Mythics. It's because, like, I don't know, they're so fast-paced, things aren't lining up that much. This is a no-brainer. This one sucks, doesn't scale with speed. This one, big burst of speed, is basically like a little mini jump and just is better. This one sucks ass, this one's much better. And these ones, I think Grenade is still better. Suppressive Fire, now with the items being so strong being as strong as they are, bands are still S tier items, but they're not as necessary for a run. They are still amazing though. So Suppressive Fire has gone up in my books a bit, but bands are just the grenades, the AoE, and the band proc, and 700% damage is great, right? There's a much higher skill ceiling to them. They're harder to master, but I love them. I think they're much better than Suppressive Fire. Where Suppressive Fire shines, Stage 1 House Unite. This will just keep him standing still, essentially. This is good for that. Bands is better. This, double tap, Phase Blast, Tactical Slide, Frag Grenade, the Manda loadout. Next, pre-DLCs, these were much of muchness. But now, with how hard it is to get crit, Strafe is light years better if you're not looping. If you loop, Flurry. But if you loop, nothing matters really anyway, right? For Flurry to take over pure DPS wise, you need, I think it's 30% crit for Flurry to take over DPS wise, and you need 80% crit for it to take over proc wise. Because this is a 1.0 proc and these only have 0.6. But anyway, you need 8 crit. 80% crit to make this take over this proc wise, right? Given how rare crit is now with all the items we have, this is just better in 99% of cases. Glaive is amazing, can't change it. Triple blink, in my mind, light years better than single blink. Light years. Triple blink is fantastic. The only benefit normal blink gives is verticality. You don't need verticality in Risk of Rain. You don't. It's helpful, for sure. Like Akron uses it well, Artie uses it well. You can use it for sure. Do you need it? No. This, though, is a horizontal blink basically all the time. You should always have at least one blink in your pocket with how fast it recharges. This is the #1 reason Huntress never seems to die, because she's never in the same spot ever. And if you ever want to get good at Risk of Rain 2, you need to never stand still, and this ability never makes you stand still. Arrow Rain Ballista, there's not a single argument to be made that Arrow Rain is any better than Ballista. Ballista does much more damage, it procs bands, it actually hits the target, hit flying enemies. This is Coughing Baby, this is Hydrogen Bomb. This is your loadout for Huntress. Clear. All right, Bandit. Burst and Blast. These, honestly, either one. I prefer Burst. I like how it feels. I like Burst a lot better because it feels better. But like DPS wise, if you're hitting your shots, it's much of muchness. Honestly, it's whatever. The Shivs, I like Serrated Shiv because this hemorrhage damage is what you're looking for with this, right? You're not looking for this. This one has 360% damage with its hit. This is do 40% damage, which is fine. That's more damage here, surely. This is much harder to hit later on to a run. When enemies are fast, they're running past you. Mythics, for example, it's much harder to stack Serrated Dagger on an enemy than it is to get Serrated Shiv. Because Serrated Shiv is a the range one, right? And the real benefit of your secondary is the hemorrhage. Not so much the initial damage it does, it's your hemorrhage. And it's much easier to stack from further away with your serrated ship. And this one, no question, this one lets you juggle enemies, lets you fly stage 1 and stage 2. And this one is an infinitely scaling damage. it's no comparison. If you like Lights Out because I think it's fun, fantastic, good for you. This is objectively the better one by fucking light years, dude. By light years. Mwah, beautiful. This is my preferred bandit loadout. Multi. Yeah, multi's hard, dude. Against my better judgment. All right, so now there's the best loadout and there's my favorite loadout. This is my favorite loadout right here. This is my favorite. Double nail gun, power mode is my favorite loadout. I can't say it's the best. This is objectively the best loadout, I think. Yeah, double rebar, yeah. I love double nail gun power mode. Very fun. Super cool movement tech with your nail burst when they go of your nail guns. Crazy proc, like really good benefit to getting close up to enemies. I love it. It's my favorite by far. Some of the most fun builds of my life have been with this build. But I think objectively, this is too strong. If people don't know why, it's because this is a 600% damaging ability, right? If you get one bit of attack speed, one mocker, one syringe, you can just hold down M1, hold down your special, and it goes pew, pew. It really quickly resets it. So it goes from one to the other. Normally, if you don't have any speed, you go bang, switch, bang, switch, bang, switch. One bit of speed, it goes bang, switch, bang, switch, bang, switch, bang. It goes bang. It's a machine gun. It's a machine gun with 600% damage bullets. Insanely strong. Obviously, it's the band proc. You're gonna get crazy procs of everything else with this. Very good. And you get 2 equipments. I like it. It's a bit boring, but if you're looking for the best loadout, that's it right there. Angie! This is a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Spider mines over pressure mines, easy. The issue with pressure mines is when you chuck them down and enemy triggers them right away, they miss. And they don't do that 300% damage. I don't even know if it's possible for them to hit at all when you actually chuck them down straight away. I don't know exactly what it is, but if you chuck these down and enemy procs it right away, they do no damage. It just doesn't do damage. So it sucks. So you can either chuck them down ahead of time for 900% damage, which is a pain to try and play around consistently. It's fun to think about, but a pain to play around. Or just chuck these down with a quick cooldown, literally heat-seeking 600% damage mines. Very strong. I love Spider-Man. So chat, you have an option between a bubble shield that enemy AoE goes through, enemies can walk into and take from you, and you can't even have more than one down at once with an afterburner. Or you can have fucking band procking, homing, multi-shot harpoons that shoot off crazy fast, have crazy range. It's a no-brainer. This sucks. This sucks. Bubble shield, if bubble shield didn't let AoE in, enemies couldn't walk into it, and you could shoot through it from both sides, I can see it being fun. But it doesn't do any of those. So harpoons, by a landslide. Oh yeah, also, great shout, Colin. Harpoons, whatever Hoppu Games' wisdom is, harpoons don't break red whips. So you have red whip, which is amazing speed. You can throw out your harpoons and still have red whip speed. But if you throw out a bubble shield, it breaks your red whip. That's not really bubble shield's fault. That's Hoppu's fault. But it's a thing. It's a thing. These, I prefer this one. And I do think it's better. So basically the pros and cons. This one, stationary, which can be a bad thing because obviously you can't get them to follow you around, so it can be a pain. I don't really mind though. They have slower, they don't shoot as fast, and they don't have a debuff on them. But they have better range and you can really be very precise where you put them. You either chuck them down behind you as a distraction, or you can prepare them by putting them on top of the TP prongs, and most enemies can't get to them. So you can really prepare with these. Where mobile turrets, they have a debuff, they have a slow to them, but they have a lower proc co, and their range is much shorter than the stationary turrets. So I don't know, these are better at staying alive, these have better survivability. Obviously they can move, they can dodge attacks a bit better. But these guys, that really isn't an issue if you're playing around NG properly, because you're going to be putting these in places that are either going to be there as a distraction while you get away, or think ahead and put them somewhere safe, essentially. Or you just jam in walls with war tech, which is cheating, I guess, but... And they can use bungas. But I don't need another Reddit post made about me about why I don't like Bungus. Yeah, this is my NG loadout. Arty, dude. RT. If you asked me, pre-Survivors of the Void, I would have said Plasma Bolt. The simple addition of Ignition Tank, Flame Bolt. Ignition Tank is just so strong. This is still fun though. I like Plasma Bolt. I like the AoE it gives you, but this is just, you know. These two, this is one of the very few loadouts in the game that I don't know which one I like more. Like, I genuinely don't. I don't know which one I like more. I think Nanobomb is better stages 1 through 3. I think Nano Spear is better stages 3 through to the moon. This is great AoE. This has freeze, which works on every enemy, including Mithrix. But like, these one, honestly, either way, fantastic, fantastic. If this was your only way of freezing, I would say Nanospear every day of the week, but Wall exists, right? Snap Freeze exists. So honestly, take your pick. Do you want AoE early? Do you want better crowd control later? Like, I'm never upset to have either one. Iron Surge is light years better than Flamethrower. That one's probably gonna get people to hate me, but it's just a fact. Iron Surge is just better. It's good AoE. It's 800% damage. It's great damage. It's amazing survivability. Like, this is a game changer for Arty. Flamethrower, if Flamethrower was agile, so you could sprint while it was on, and had this, like, a couple of meters more range, happy to use it. But the fact of the matter is, has terrible range and brings you down to a walk, which in the later stages is terrifying. When there's things like Children Orbs going around and Z constructs and Gup sneaking up on you with their... Dude, the Gup spike range would be bigger than the Flamethrower. This, amazing survivability, decent damage, decent AoE, will keep you alive forever. Like, the trick to Arty is cycling your abilities. So use these, use that, use this, use that, cycle back around again, and you'll have no downtime in your abilities. This is my Arty loadout. Easy game for babies. Whirlwind v Rising Thunder. I think a lot of people are going to hate this one. I don't think a lot of people are going to agree with my my Merc alt here. I like Whirlwind more than Rising Thunder. I prefer Whirlwind. I don't really use it for the damage. This has a slightly more damage. I don't really care. I use it more for the mobility. Like, if you're in the air, this sort of does a similar attack to this anyway. It's less damage again, but like, I don't really care. I've honestly never looked at the damages of these, ever. All right, Blinding Assault versus Focus Assault. Focus Assault is better than Blinding Assault. Trust me, it is better. More damage, but more importantly, much more importantly, it exposes. And now, there's somebody out there like, oh, Dan, you can do Expose Tech with your M1. And on the third swipe, you could use your shift and then get exposed with this too. That is true. If you're thinking about Expose Tech, you can do double Expose Tech with Focus Assault. So if you time your third swipe with your M1 and then use Focus Assault, the initial expose from Focus Assault will proc and the expose from your Laser Sword third swipe. So you get double. Focus Assault by a landslide. Expose is key, which leads us into this one, Slicing Winds over Eviscerate every day of the week. Eviscerate is fun. I think it is fun. I think it's amazing. Iframes are fun. They're not important. They're not that useful all the time. They're situationally important, not all the time though. And annoyingly, things like Safer Spaces will break even though you're in iframes, which is very annoying. It's got a lot of issues. But even that aside, I still don't care about it enough because it's a single target and it doesn't do expose. Slicing Winds can hit 3 enemies at once, right? And has expose on every enemy you hit with that. Fantastic. Amazing AoE, amazing damage, and its range, and its expose. And for those people who don't know what expose is, every time you expose an enemy, if you hit them after that, it will do more damage and it will reduce your cooldowns by 1 second. So if you expose every enemy through here, dash through, you're gonna lose 3 seconds off your next Slicing Winds. And then your Slicing Winds goes out, hit those then exposed enemies with your Focus Assault, and you got 3 seconds or more off of this one as well. It expose builds into itself so strongly. It's so powerful. That's why these two sit over top of these two. But these two, expose procs, are Merc's bread and butter. Now, Rex. So Rex is gonna be the first one that comes with an issue. Probably the only one. Rex, okay, ready? Rex Monsoon, bang, bang, bang. Easy, easy. Great damage, great damage, great damage. Great healing, great crowd control, healing at the wazoo, bada bing, bada boom, easy game for babies. E8 has perma damage and half healing. So this one and this one take over. This is still fantastically good with backup mags. I mean, by itself it's great. Backup mags, your best friend, Directive Drill, turns into a burst item and it procs like crazy when you get tons going. This is just good mobility. It does weaken as well, obviously, but just good mobility. This one is mobility as well, but that damages you, and obviously damage is permanent in Eclipse 8, so that's why it's an issue. Same with this one. And the thing is with this, like, oh, well, if damage is permanent, then why do you use Tangling Growth over the seed, the Directive Harvest? This one sucks so much that it's worth taking the damage here. This one does shit all damage. You don't really care about the heals. And more importantly, this has a universal cooldown on every ability. You use this, there's like a second and a half you can't use any other ability in your entire like roster of abilities here. It's done. And this is a really nice crowd control. Yeah, any TP where I'm slightly like need to get under control with enemies and I don't have AoE myself, chuck out a Tingling Growth, they all get pulled in, chuck down a Directive Drill on top of them, Gucci, nor dead. Fantastic. And it grabs Mythics as well. So even if you don't have safer spaces, I would recommend using some Mythics during phase 3. Keeps them still, lets all your attacks hit easier, and like you will take Curse, but like it's not the end of the world. Really, really good. This is my Rex loadout for Eclipse 8. If I'm playing Monsoon, this is it. Eclipse 8, this is it. All right, halfway there, Loader. I'm a default Loader Andy, but I can happily say either one of these are perfectly fine. This is great for a bit of crowd control with wisps and stuff early on. I personally like this one because I like to grapple off things more. But in saying that, the longer I play this game, the more I'm going towards this one because I initially liked the Grapple Fist because I like to be able to grapple off enemies. Now, the more I play Loader, the less I need that enemy option, and the more I see every bit of surrounding surface around me as something to grab to grapple off to get away from something. I'm kind of leaning towards this one a little bit more now, but they're both really good. This is my go-to though. The utility, Charge Gauntlet over Thunder Gauntlet every single day of the week. Better damage, better AoE, better mobility. Charge Gauntlet, much better. And it's heavy. So the faster you go with Charge Gauntlet, the more damage you do, which obviously with your grapple and what I'm about to have your pylon is really, really good because this into this has fantastic movement speed integrations to it. So if you throw out your pylon, grapple it right away, and then charge up this, you will go the entire map. But in saying that, Slam is fine too. It's a bit more up close and personal, less mobility, decent damage. I kind of like it. You can do some cool tech where you punch and instantly Thunder Slam as well, so they sort of hit each other at the same time. It's pretty fun. It's good for DPS, but you don't really need more DPS with Loader because she's the DPS queen because this punch is fucking insane. This is my Loader list. Accurate. All right, if you thought the NG Bubble Shield choice was easy, I'm gonna make one even easy for you. If you think Blight is better than Poison, you have literally been brainwashed. You have literally been brainwashed. Somebody out there has told you that Blight stacks, blah, 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 it's shit, it's bad. There are very rarely objective statements in Risk of Rain 2. Objectively, Poison is better than Blight by a fucking mile. Poison lasts for longer and does more damage, and this lasts for 5 seconds or some shit. Blight doesn't stack like Bleed stacks. If you stack Bleed, the next stack of Bleed will refresh your Bleed, so that Bleed will last forever. Blight is a flat. Once you put one on, that lasts for 5 seconds, that's it. So you can never really stack that much Blight to start with. You get like 4 or 5, I don't know, maybe 6. Regardless, it's not that much damage, it's very little. The secondary, I like the Spit, but the Bite is good too. The Bite has Slayer, so Slayer means that the lower their health, the more damage it does. And also gives some regen as well, which is nice. I like the Spit for the range, because obviously range can be an issue with Accurate, but they're both fine. This one can be fun to play with. I think this is more consistent. I like this Leap a lot better than this one. This one's more damage, can proc bands. Isn't that important though, because your third swipe up here procs bands as well. I like this one purely for mobility. Poison is so strong, you don't really need more damage is a thing. You're looking more for mobility. Cosmic Leap over Frenzy Leap. This is fine. This is just better and more consistent for me. This is my Accurate loadout. Easy. All right, Captain. There's not a lot to talk about here with Captain, honestly. If you are good at this game, if you understand the mechanics, if you understand the patterns of enemies, how to build around your shotgun, how to kite enemies around, how to use your stun, how to use your stun beacons, Diablo is better. It is a one-shot on every boss, including Mithrix, and everything that you don't get with Diablo, you can get with your M1. But I think Auto Strike is better. It's not better. I can't say it's better. I like it more than Diablo Strike. A much more consistent damage source. It's a much more consistent band proc. It's a much more consistent AoE. It's there consistently. And each probe does 1000% damage. Now this is 40,000% damage. You have a crowbar with that and a band, no boss survives, okay? But it takes 20 seconds to land. This is pretty much all the time. I mean, it's got a cooldown, obviously, but I like this loadout better. This loadout, I used to really struggle with Captain, because I was trying to play Diablo a lot when I was first playing. This loadout got me out of Captain slog hell. And interesting enough, let me learn the character well enough to be able to go back to Diablo Strike and go between the two. Here though, this is easily my go-to loadout here. I don't care about healing beacons. Resupply beacons can be fun to play around, but not needed at all. Shock beacon shocks enemies forever. As long as you don't damage them, if you get enemies in your shock beacon, they are stuck there the entire map. The entire stage, they are there forever. And hacking beacon, obviously chance shrines, scam shrines are a thing. Legendary chests are a thing. It's just nice and comfy. Honestly, you could just do this, really control the stage, control the enemies, but this is my go-to. This is my go-to Captain run. I might every now and then swap it to this. This is my go-to Captain run. Railgunner, this one's easy for me. I like the default M1, or M2, if you will, sorry. Quick scoping in and out is so much better than getting stuck in your scope with the alternate. This one's fine. It benefits from attack speed. You can get more of a proc build going with it. This one is just, it's just too good, man. Scope in, shoot, scope out, recharge. In, shoot, recharge. In, shoot, recharge. You do not want to be stuck in your scope. The mines, there's no question. This sucks. It just slows down projectiles, enemies. Whoop-de-doo, like who cares? This one is mobility all the time. And mobility is king. This one helps you pillar skip, helps you get around the stages quicker, helps push enemies away from you, which is really helpful in a pinch as well, like Elder Lemurians, golems and shit, they're right next to you. Double tap, shift, and then they get sent away from you. Super helpful, super helpful. And now, the special, I have never done the maths on this, but I'm always really curious. Because people automatically say supercharges more DPS, right? It's 4,000% damage and has a 3.0 proc coefficient, all right? Cryocharge has a 2,000% damage, 1.5 proc code to it. Like, oh, but DPS. But this one locks you out of your weapons for a duration of time. There's genuinely an argument made that the cryocharge is more DPS. Because you shoot your cryocharge and you go straight back to your M1, which is 1,000 damage per shot. And you get like 5-6 shots out by the time this is done recharging, like after you've used it. So I don't necessarily agree that this is more DPS. I see how people can see that way. Obviously with certain builds, like crowbar builds, you're gonna get more use out of that, with the bands obviously. But like, there's definitely a side where this is still more DPS, but like, obviously this is big damage. I just don't like being locked out of my other abilities. I like this because one, I get my abilities back straight away. Two, 2,000% damage is a lot of damage. And three, it is freeze. So it's going to give me an execute every single enemy, including Mithrix. Obviously no other bosses, but including Mithrix. Very, very strong. Freeze is OP in this game. So this here is my loadout for Railgunner. Void Fiend, what I can say for Void Fiend is try to, yeah, this is my loadout for Void Fiend. What I can say for Void Fiend is for bosses, try to time your corrupt mode. Like hit a TP around 80% of your corruption meter, and then by the time it starts, you can just be in corrupt mode and just nuke the boss. But obviously this is his loadout. You don't get a choice. That's it. That's my Void Fiend loadout. All right, this one's fun. All right, so now in the DLC characters. This is where it gets interesting, right? All right, Seeker. So I thought these might be harder to find like the build for these, but it's really not. Seeker has a meta instantaneously, and it's this one right here. It is Soul Spiral, Reprieve into Meditate. This combo is insane. With this combo, I think Seeker might be the strongest survivor in the game. Like, she is nutty with this, dude. The crowd control with this, the damage with your Soul Spiral, the meditate with the self-revive that you get a free life every time, has good AoE, good damage, it's insane. Unseen Hand is good. It's a band proc, hits flying enemies, it's good. Is it better than Soul Spiral? No, it's not. The barrier you get from this thing is crazy. It does really good damage. The more meditate you get, the longer these orbs stay out, and it lets you get up close and personal, which synergizes really well with the Reprieve, which pulls all the enemies in close anyway, so you're just destroying every enemy on the stage. It's crazy. Sojourn, really good mobility, really good damage, Really good with like wrap and razor wire builds. Sojourn's great, but Reprieve lets you go from one start of the stage to the other with one button press, has great crowd control and decent damage, and every tornado tick has a proc code. It's very good. This is good too. Reprieve is fantastic. And the meditate, it's so much easier early on to get tranquility stacks. You can get good damage and AoE with this as well. Most importantly, you get a free life. You get one revive. Hand's great. I like it. Good damage. But meditate's so strong. It's so strong now. If you can do your quick little Helldivers quick time event, this is insanely strong. Wild combo. This, honestly, one of the strongest, if not the strongest combos in the game. But yeah, this is the Seeker loadout, by far. All right, False Sun. I've played with all these abilities now. I feel like I got a good grasp on this. Lunar Spikes, Meridian's Will, Laser Burst. I think this is the False Sun build. I was a bit on the fence. I wasn't entirely sure. If you take out Luminous Shot, and I know I just said I don't like playing around items to make one ability better, but given the fact that Luminous Shot is the most busted item in the world for False Sun, you get Luminous Shot up so much quicker with Lunar Spikes. These are great. You will get it up pretty quickly as well, but only get like 2 shots, something till it recharges. This is 4, and it's agile. You just walk around holding M2, and this just shoots off, and then you get your Luminous Shot proc, big Omega Giga Charge with this, 1750 damage per spike. It's fucking insane. It's crazy. I can absolutely see both of these being interchangeable in a run, but I just find this one much more consistent to get your stacks of your Lunar Rune on people, and obviously having this be agile means you're just constantly at your max speed or max regen to run around with, which is what you want 90% of the time. You don't really want this for the attack speed or armor. You can play around it for that, for sure, if you hold them all. But the main reason this is good, you just kick them out all the time. It's agile, you're faster, you have health regen. It's fantastic. I think this is better. I think Meridian's Will slightly ekes out Step of the Brothers. I will say Step of the Brothers does have a pillar skip tied to it. I don't think that's good enough reason to use it over Meridian's Will. This one, tripling your passive effects of growth is crazy. If you are stage 1 and you get rid of all your stacks, dash with this, you have like 6 Who's worth of speed and regen. Like, it's wild. Playing around your growth mechanic, which is obviously the way to play False Sun, is with your growth mechanic. Tripling it with this is insane. I love it so much. And it's a stun, which is always nice too. I wish I had this on my last streak, because I died with this, because I tried to stun Mithrix. God, I couldn't do it with that one. This one does stun, which is always nice as well. And Laser Burst versus Laser of the Father. I think Laser Burst, this is the one that I think is definitive. Laser Burst over Laser of the Father. Laser of the Father is fantastic for like proc stuff, so obviously it's a long hit. You got a good proc build. This is going to proc everything like crazy. But I would much rather fire off this, which is the piercing one, by the way. It pierces as well. This one is a quick fire. 12-50% damage is obviously fantastic. And more importantly, you shoot this off, and then that lets you go off to cycling, the trick to every character in this game, cycling your other abilities. With Laser of the Father, you charge it up and you're stuck in that for a long time. Obviously, you can dash with this to get through it, but I guess still put this one over it. This one lets you shoot your attack, go back to your Lunar Spikes, go to your M1, go back to your Meridian as well, and eventually come back to this as well. Cycle them a lot easier with this one. And I'd much rather just do an attack and have it be done and out of the way, so I can go back to other attacks and more DPS. And it's very strong, especially with the Lunar Spikes, even Lunar Stakes. They both go really well with it, but this recharges this, so then you shoot that, you get more of these. Some Life States, get more of these. Very strong. And this here, this is my False Sun loadout. My preferred one. And finally, man, this went for way longer than I thought I was gonna go for. Chef. Ice over Fire. Icebox is OP, dude. Giving him a freeze was crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. I like the Seer as well. Seer is really good. I really enjoy it. The M2 is fun to play around. Crazy range to it. Really good. This M2 by itself, honestly, I kind of prefer the Seer over this one with them base. Like base attack. We're gonna skip this one for a second. Yes, Chef, right? The boosted Seer. Kind of dog shit. Don't really care. It's kind of meh. The boosted Icebox is a huge cube of ice. I think it's 1500% damage and it freezes everything it hits. It's wild strong. It's wild strong. Like, if I was forced to use glaze, I could happily go between the two. But if I'm picking Yes Chef, which I am all the time, it's Icebox. It's so strong. Again, without Yes Chef, either one's fine. With Yes Chef, Icebox is ridiculous. Now, roll and oil spill. In Eclipse 8, oil spill. In Eclipse 8, or E3 and above, honestly. E3's and 4 damage gets doubled and becomes lethal. Oil spill. Outside of that, roll. Roll's so good, dude. It's a pillar skip. It's great mobility. Just currently how Chef is. Chef has some weird issues with his acceleration. His mobility right now is a bit odd. I don't know what it is exactly, but he feels a bit janky. This will kill you. It just launches you into the air like crazy high. The moment you get any speed at all, like that's base speed. When you get some hooves in there, dude, you will hit the roof and die. Decent survivability, decent damage, and more importantly, it just won't fucking kill you. This kills you. This doesn't. But they're both very, very good. I prefer this one because it doesn't kill me. And you know, there's some cool tech with headset. If you press shift and then hold space with headset, you go really high and you can stomp, which is fantastic. They're both good. I think Roll is better once they fix his mobility, because his mobility is janky as fuck. Right now though, oil spill. In E3 and above. Below E3, when 4 damage doesn't kill you, whatever, doesn't matter. And Yes Chef, dude, glaze is fine. It's so fine. It's whatever. It's nice. Lysate cells, you can have fun with it for sure. But dude, Yes Chef, it's so strong now. You either basically, like you can Yes Chef this, like if you're falling and you need a recharge of your oil spill so you don't take 4 damage, you can hit Yes Chef, use that as a save. But more importantly, Yes Chef, 1500% Icebox, amazing. Or if you have a big boss, Beetle Queen, Titan, Jellyfish, anything on the ground, any golem, Yes Chef into your primary dice, shoots out this huge ball of cleavers. It nukes everything, dude. Yes Chef, by far, the absolute glow up and needed over glaze. But yeah, this is my Chef loadout. Let me know what you think. You agree? Do you disagree? Think R&D's was better? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. But this is my loadout for every character in Risk of Rain 2. Especially Void Fiend. GG! We did it, chat.